everyone. My name is Dan Stander. I'm here with Scott Benavides. We're here with ASA. We've been members for probably 3 decades, give or take, maybe a little bit more. Our family businesses have been members for longer. And we're here with a new resource for you called Spark, Safe, Profitable Automotive Repair Knowledge.
We're here in the iCar training facility here in Illinois to start a couple video series to hopefully help us with our business.
And those videos are going to be made to help you with any of the problems you have in your business. Scott and I have been very blessed to be in the industry for as long as we have been. We're now a little bit of the older guys in the industry, which is a little bit tough to take right now. But we've had so many great entities share training, networking, educational information with us that we want to share that with you, whether it's manufacturers, whether it's trainers, whether it's consultants. And we'd love to invite you to come along on this ride with us. And if you're one of those experts, we'd love to have you on this program so you can help others too, because our goal ultimately is for good, safe, proper repair. ASA Spark.
Dan and Roger, let's talk about line items and repair plans and work orders and how it impacts our business.
Now, that's a great one, because if you think about it, those line items actually provide the description to explain things on that repair plan or work order. And so what it does, it puts together a story. It talks about everything that is related to the event or the complaint of the customer. And so it actually tells everything that's needed. Now, how do you know that it's working? Look in your shop. If you've got people coming to your staff and they're asking questions, what about this? What about this? Your painter saying, well, should I paint this side of the hood too or this side? If it's not doing that, that's your first indicator that there's possibly a problem.
And Roger, years ago, we had the adjuster come out and physically have this interaction. And nowadays, we're seeing more photo estimates and over-the-phone audits that get us audited, right?
Scott, that's great, because again, we've now seen doing what you've always done, and you're going to get what you always got, which is not necessarily good right now. So a great example, what I'd love to say, is documenting everything on your estimate. And I'd like to give you a simple example of how that should be done. And we're just going to use this vehicle here for a quick example. It's got 3 bumper brackets. One's a left upper bracket, one's a left side bracket, and one's a left stay. So how do you know what is what? Well, again, you may know when you're estimating the car, but to transfer that knowledge to your technicians, to maybe your parts person, to the office staff, and maybe some of these items may go involved to your mechanic, to your ADAS technician, it all matters. So on this example, we have a left upper bracket. So how could we do a better job describing this bracket? Well, it's black, it's plastic, and it's got a broken tab. Or if we were looking at the left side bracket, we could say this is the side bracket that's also made of plastic underneath the edge of the bumper cover to the quarter panel. We could also say the stay is the bracket to the rebar. So again, just that little description is going to make that so much better for not only your own staff, maybe the insurance company, maybe later on as the customer is reviewing their paperwork of what was really done to their car. How important do you guys think that is?
Well, I mean, think of it this way. How many times do you receive phone calls from people paying the bill? They're trying to evaluate what you submitted, and they're asking questions and just saying, well, what's with this? Now, if you put those line items on there and they can now go back to the images, it makes everything come together. So they can relate everything to the single event that took place that their policy says that they're going to cover.
Not to mention my parts people, right? Which bracket did they order? First, they send the upper one, right? We needed the side one. Now they send the upper one. We have to send that back. Causes a delay. Now they ordered the other one instead of ordering the correct one. Which one did we order? How many times do we have to send that back, and how much delay does that cause for the consumer?
At a management level for our shop, at a management level for the dealership or our parts vendor, how much waste did that just create? And I think, unfortunately, we need to help explain that to our people. If we just willy-nilly order the wrong part, it gets driven to us, it gets checked in by a parts person, it then gets mirror matched by either your parts person or your technician. It's wrong, so then it goes back through that process to then start over again, versus somebody would have taken a little bit of time to maybe do a better job of describing that bracket and maybe picking the right one versus the wrong one. We would not have all that waste.
And so here at ASA, we want to show you and make these issues a concern for all of us. But the main thing is how do you measure it? How do you know that when you make these changes, it's giving you the bang for your buck? You can go back and take a look at your cycle time and see if there's a reduction in your cycle time, the reduction in your supplements. Look around your shop and say if you have people that are not coming up to your production managers, your front office and asking questions, that's a cost savings. Phone calls, reduction in phone calls. You're getting a better approval rate. If all these things are starting to happen, and it will take time, it'll be slow, but you can measure this, you know you're on the right track for improvement.
Roger, Dan, what about the consumer, right? When you deliver the vehicle and they're asking your upfront person questions and they don't have answers to it.
Scott, there's nothing better when they ask you a question, you go, We call that doing the Scooby-Doo. And most of the time, people don't like that, and it creates a trust issue. So if you have that documented, obviously you're now creating the better relationship, better trust with your customer and the insurance company and everyone you're doing business with in that respect. ASA Spark, thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for joining ASA Spark.
We appreciate you guys tuning in. We're looking for suggestions, comments, feedback. If you're also an industry expert or an industry leader, we'd love to have you on to help the ASA family and make us all better for safer, better quality repairs, customer satisfaction. Again, thanks for joining ASA Spark.